All praises to the Most High God of Israel. It's a blessing to come before you this evening. My name is V.C.E. Smith, and I am the Rib of the Watchman. Tonight we're going to get into our class here and look at a few things. I have been asking the Father about all these acts and these rituals and these things that some of these people are claiming that they're doing in His name, and some of the teachings that they're putting out there and telling people about sacrificing and coming together and offering to the Lord and stuff. We're going to look at tonight some of these different things, but we're going to also deal with going all the way to the New Testament about how we got so twisted up in this, and now that we're awake, how we're trying to prove points to people that, or show people something that we're just not capable of doing. You're taking things out of the Bible and you're trying to apply them to yourself, or you're trying to use them, and they don't apply. So we're going to get right into our teaching here, and we're going to start, and we're going to look at how words, we always tell you, words are very important, and the way that those words are put together, the way that these words come together are extremely important for your understanding. Now let's look at some of the things that were said when Jesus was being crucified, or some of the things that transpired during that time. We're going to deal with the people itself. Now, let's just put us in a setting. In a setting, we're in the so-called biblical days. Israel is in the land. Everybody's in the land. All these people are in the same land because it's the same land. Nothing changes. But along comes a scene. The Savior comes on the scene, born of a woman, and He is to save His people, or He is to save the people of the world, because He does indicate that He was sent to the world and to save the world and all this. But anyway, we're going to look at the wording that is used, because you're supposed to be dealing with all these people, and if you are the Son of God that's sent to deal with people, you're going to be dealing with the people that His children dealt with, or the people that are of the region in areas where God's children are. So let's just look at Exodus first. Let's start there. Let's look at Exodus 3 and 8, and let's read about some of the names. And this is just to give you some of the names of these people that always were dealing with the children of God. It says, "And I am come down to deliver them out of the land of the Egyptians." That's first, the Egyptians. "And to bring them up out of that land unto a good land and a large, unto a land flowing with milk and honey, unto a place of the Canaanites," that's another one, "the Hittites," that's another one, "the Amorites," that's another one, "and the Perizzites," that's another, "and the Hivites," Hivite, whatever, however that goes, y'all read it, "and the Jebusites." Now, I just named you about 8. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's about 7 or 8 names of people that the Hebrew Israelites, the children of the living God, were involved with in this region, in this area. Spread out all over were these different people, all these different nations. And so, those were the names of most of the people that Israel had dealings with. Then we know we get over there with Herob, and we get over there with the Babylonians and all that. So, but let's just take a look. I want y'all to understand how important words are when you read them, so that you can get an idea exactly what we're talking about. Now, let's go to Luke 23 and 38. Let's read that. "And a superscription also was written over him in letters of Greek and Latin and Hebrew. This is the King of the Jews. Now, first of all, I just named you all the people, pretty much the majority of the people that were around the Hebrew Israelites, or that had anything to do with the Hebrew Israelites. There were no Greek and there were no Latin. Now he's throwing Hebrew in because wherever this mythical place is that he is with all these people, he has to make sure that the Hebrews are put in there to say the word Hebrew, because that's the familiarity to make you feel like this has something to do with the Hebrew Israelites. But then let's see what he says though. He says, this is the King of the Jews. Now I want to make something else clear to you. Most of you believe, because you've been taught foolishness in the New Egypt, that Jew means Israel, or the Jewish people, or the people of God, or the chosen, or the Hebrew Israelites. No, it can't mean that. You said that Jew was short for Judah. Well, if Jew is short for Judah, then what's the other 11 tribes? Where are they at? Are they just thrown away? If Jew is short for Judah? So we know he's not talking about the Hebrew Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel, automatically. Then he says he's the king of these people. And we know that the Jews in biblical days worked in the temple with the priests. They were workers that came from another region. They were the people who built buildings. They were contractors. They knew how to build walls. And so they helped in the building of the temple. So when Lucifer, aka Jesus, comes on the scene talking about all this stuff that the sign was written over his head, why wouldn't it have been written in? Let's see. Hold on. Because see, we're dealing with the people in that day and where he would have been around. So why wouldn't it be written in Egyptian, in the Canaanites writing, in the Hittites writing, in the Amorites, in the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites? Where do you jump all the way over to just Greek and Latin and then Hebrew? So in other words, not even the people that you're the king of, it's written in their letter. It's written for them to be able to read it, and you're not even their king. Oh, well, let's keep on going. Let's see here. Let's look at let's go to John 19 and 20. Let's see what that says. This title then read many of the Jews, for the place where Jesus was crucified was nigh in the city, and it was written in Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. As I say again, we're stressing, you came to die for the world. You came to die for all people. But it's only visible, and then you're going to get these idiots that say, well, right there where he was, but wait, why would he be right there with a bunch of Jews and Greeks whom here you are with Greeks and Jews, and the Hebrew Israelites never were with the Greeks and Jews. So why would he come to a place where there are no Hebrew Israelites, that he's got to make a sign if some pass through and they see it? Why wouldn't he be in a region where all the Jebusites and the Perizzites and all the other sites are? But no, he's in with the Jews and the Greeks. Let's keep on going. We're going to get down here and we're going to look at... Now, remember what Jesus said. It was for the Jew, the Greek, and the Latin, and the Hebrew. He named those 4. All right? Now, if he died for them, and his crucifixion was for the Jews and the world, then why would you say neither? Okay, let's look at that. Let's look at this. Because I said it's all in the wording. 1 Corinthians 1 and 24. But unto them which are called, both Jews and Greeks. Wait. Where are the Hebrews? No Hebrews are called? See, it's all in the wording. You have to know what you're reading when you read it. Christ, the power of God and the wisdom of God. So now it's just Jews and Greeks. To them that are called. Galatians 2 and 28. There is neither Jew nor Greek. Okay, wait. Didn't I just read, but unto them which are